So, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. This is Weaving Web3 with me, the magnificent Stash Copper, and
me, Chris Cotterill.
the amazing
Uh,
Chris, the most wonderful
yeah.
Christopher. As
The
you
magnificent, incredible,
yeah,
graduated,
yes,
basically.
graduates,
Yeah,
congratulations.
finally.
As you
Yeah,
as you can
obviously,
see, there's no lovely accountant buddies of ours to keep us
no,
straight. This is going to be pure anarchy and
I know, right? James is the one that
disorganization.
normally, he's the one that organizes things, that is like, okay, here's the different topics for us to talk about, but no, the kids are taking over.
It's
Uh,
me, the goblins are coming out of the covers. Yeah, so the market has been terrible. Life is going under. We spoke about Coinbase last time. There was a crash and then we crashed again. Binance. Life is just not good for crypto right now. We are struggling, but there are a
no,
few things we could be doing in this time right
yeah. I mean, I've been checking my crypto balance just and constantly, so I've got notifications on for like when big moves happen, and the other day it was just non-stop buzzing, and I was like, oh, there we
now.
go, another 10% down. Oh, that one's down 10% as well. Oh, that one's down 15%, and I was just like, oh god.
Yeah, and
But
one thing
yeah,
I
I mean,
no,
you can't really get into crypto without, like, I've already considered any money that I've put into crypto sort of as just like, yeah, I'm fine if I lose it. And you kind of got to be like that, haven't you? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And something I've learned that I've been trying to push on YouTube guys is learning how to trade and leverage trading and stuff like that. Because I started an account with $50 that I got from one of my airdrops. I sold some and I bought portfolio, sold some, etc. I put 50 USDT in BitGet. We have an account with them. Sign up using it because they're the best and honestly they're the friendliest people. And it's really easy to use. And I'm on like $300, I think I sent you guys now, or whenever I sent you
Yeah.
pictures. So in the space of 2 months, I've just been doing safe trades. I know the market's going down and I've just been shorting most of the time. And I don't, I do some risky plays and stuff, but I think a really fun quote I heard from someone say, you don't make money by actually holding crypto. The way you actually make real money is by trading and not actually owning any crypto. And that made me really think, yeah, that's actually really true because sure, your crypto is going up and down, but you could be making those little moves in between, which you have to be maybe patient and
Mate.
accept the risk. But if you think about it, I buy Bitcoin last year in the peak 60K. It's gone down. I could have just shorted and made pretty much 3 Bitcoins in that process, let's say,
Yeah.
which is a bit
Yeah. No.
scary. And that's what I'm trying to learn. Like I was holding some positions. I was like, I sold everything. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to keep USDT and just build my portfolio over time. And I want to get you guys into it because it is fun, bit scary and depressing at times. But I'd be honest, like I haven't lost at all yet. I'm not saying I'm an expert trader or anything, but I'm in all the groups analysis. I've been learning my own analysis. There's a few people that I religiously follow. If they say a call, it often is pretty legit. So
Is pretty right. Yeah.
yeah,
That's the thing. So obviously I'm just a permanent hodler. I just hold until death, basically. Which I have obviously found that is a bad thing. I'm down on all my crypto sort of thing. Like there were periods where I did sell, obviously, and I've had to sell other times as well to like buy different things that I wanted as well. I
James
mean, I had
sold.
a
He
bunch of
bought Ether 800 and then he sold it before the whole crash happened.
yeah, yeah. James just
He's the
kind
smart
of
one. He does all the smart things.
exactly. He's the accountant here. Uh, but yeah, like I really I got into this when obviously there was the bull market. So like in the bull market, you're just happy with everything.
Yeah, the euphoria
Uh,
takes over.
exactly. Oh my god, I just made like this much money on that. And like once you're like 5 times, once you're like, yeah, in good profit, like it's not likely to go down that far again, sort of thing. You're not as scared. Whereas I wouldn't say I'm scared now. I've just come to terms with the fact that I'm broke and I probably will be. So what you're saying about trading, like it is definitely something that I need to start considering as well. Just because anyone making money in this market, you said you turned $50 into $300, which some people are obviously like trading in the thousands and they're like,
Yeah,
oh,
sure.
what's $250? But it's quite a lot of money.
Yeah, and I'm not
Like,
trading like every single day. I'm trading like every maybe once or twice. No, I think like the last time I traded was like before this crash, at this crash, but the trade before
yeah,
that was like 3 weeks ago. So like I only do it when I think like, okay, this is a good position to do it. There's lots of FUD happening, which is often good because you can trade FUD up and down. And yeah, this is not like, oh, I want to get rich really quick. Like I'm slowly making more money than I would be holding any crypto. So the only crypto positions I have is literally tokens that I have on DeFi wallets and or like liquidity pools. Otherwise, I'm not really holding. I am lying. I am holding some tokens on some centralized exchange that I forgot to sell when they were in profit, and now I'm all the way down like in the minuses, which I'm so angry because I think I got 3-4x, completely forgot about it because I was on my placement doing some trials, and I was like, damn, that's like a lot of money. So I'm either contemplating I'm going to sell that entire position and try to remake all that money, or I'm just going to hold it. But temptation.
I mean, that's the thing. We will eventually get into another bull market, which, well, hopefully, as long as the finances of the world recover.
We need
Right.
finance. Is that the question? Do you think we will?
Huh?
Of course, we will need finance. I think, in my opinion,
What?
if Binance suddenly collapsed, would crypto would be like a big L for years.
I mean, Binance is massive. Something like Binance collapsing, yeah, that would be horrendous. That would be another black swan sort of thing. And that would like be FTX all over again.
Well, speaking of
Yeah.
FTX and Celsius and BlockFi, they're about to be enabling customers withdrawals. I read a few articles. So people that did lose out, and we spoke about, oh, keep off centralized exchange, you'll never get your money off. Some people might be getting reimbursed soon and some relaunch, which is good news. But
Yeah.
still, imagine all these people that have money on these exchanges and they literally have been able to access their funds that they've lost, like their entire net worth, which is a bit scary to think.
Is it so for that? Is it just like the richest, the whales
It
basically
probably
that
would be richest and like people that invested in it.
I was
Those that
gonna
have like
say so
special contracts, like I think it's called investor privilege or something like that. When you invest in a thing, if a place gets liquidated, you get preferential money back and stuff.
treatment. Yeah. Yeah. Like at the end of the day, I again I feel like that has maybe even like a negative on the market because as soon as they get their money back, they're gonna sell, right?
Yeah,
Gonna be
they're either
like,
going to be like, yeah, I'm out of crypto forever, or they'll be like, okay, we're gonna re-strategize, and that's the only two options that's going to happen out of it.
yeah, exactly. So
And there definitely will be more
if people
selling.
who've got lots of money at stake
Mhm.
want some of their money back, like that they considered lost, yeah,
Yeah,
which will just
another
affect the whole
important fact to
market.
consider is the American government haven't sold their bitcoins yet. That happened from all the that they recovered from the heists. So there's like they're meant to be selling them over the next few months and in like tranches, and that could be another thing that's gonna just force. Bye bye, and then we go. There's just so many bad things happening right now. Like
So what are
everything.
we thinking? Are we just thinking that from now on Ethereum Bitcoin is the safest bet? Don't stray from the or like what?
I don't know. You keep
The rest just have us like trading, like don't hold on to it.
Yeah, like Bitcoin's not going to make you wealthy. It is storage of wealth.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's at this time not financial advice, but I have no idea. Like right now I
But
have
then
a
again,
mixed portfolio of 50% stable coins, 50% of crypto assets, and I'm
I mean, what am I going to lose my money? Is my money going to devalue more if I put it into Bitcoin or if I put it under my bed, sort of thing?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. You're probably safe bet
Yeah.
in Bitcoin, right? Not financial advice.
Yeah. No financial advice. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't hold any Bitcoin
Yeah.
anymore because I'd rather play the risk. I don't want
I, I
stagnant.
never liked
I want to become,
Bitcoin.
I want to become wealthy. Like I don't want to become, I guess once they maybe become more mature and have more money at hand, sure, I might put some into Bitcoin as like a little reservoir. But otherwise, I just don't trust any of it. I just think it's terrible technology. Like,
Yeah, yeah. So for you in particular, obviously you're doing your doctorate and stuff like that, and you'll finish this year, right?
next year, next September,
Next year you become Dr. Stash. So
Doctor.
after that, what do you want to become a doctor of crypto?
Oh, absolutely. I've been working freelance for a few companies that I can't really talk about, but I've been doing big fun things. So like
Big
us,
fun things in the crypto space, sort of
yeah, I've been
thing.
doing big fun things in the crypto space. I went to one thing I didn't talk about. I went to the Pair Protocol meetup in London. So they hosted like an event at like a interactive, like basically kind of like a VR golf course, but you're not VR.
Mm.
It's not VR, but it's like it's like a room pod, and you literally
Oh,
fire.
and you can play games and stuff
Yeah, and
like
it was
that.
really cool. Like I
Oh,
met
that's so
loads of
cool.
cool people. Did like some
Yeah,
actual collabs and like some jobs that we can do. And there's so like in this bear market, there's so many cool protocols that I'm building. And like, I want to have like a proper episode where me and you and James are all on the pod and I can explain all pair protocol to you because I also invested in their ICO.
oh
And
yeah.
like it is a pair trading protocol, but can't get the name pairs because something called pair trading. And right now it's really complicated if you're doing it in traditional finance and in the DeFi space, but they've literally simplified it completely into positions that it is basically a revolution. There's no other product like this. Like it solves the traditional finance and the blockchain space because of blockchain technology, and they utilize NFTs to symbolize these positions compared to what in traditional finance you have literally 20 to 50 charts trying to figure out what positions what and this, but this gives you a
Yeah.
nice compact because of the beauty of the blockchain, and you can program it to create these amazing positions and the simplicity of UIs and so on. So yeah, this is a big project that I'm following on the Arbitrum ecosystem. And as I
Yeah.
was saying, Arbitrum is growing all the time. I don't know if you heard the Graph protocol, which is a really big indexing protocol, is moving to Arbitrum. So it was
Oh,
spinning it over
really? What
Ethereum, and they're
the
going to be
graph, the popular one, the one with the crypto sort of.
yeah, so Arbitrum
Ah,
is where it's going to be at, and there will be like we didn't really have Arbitrum season. We had like a little spike once the mainnet launch and the whole token stuff. But next pull run Arbitrum is going to be phenomenal because GMX is also introducing synthetic trading, so you can be trading stocks.
yeah,
I think so. I think that stocks and other like um other altcoins, which is something that they haven't done, but they're going introducing it because there's many other competitors that are currently doing it, but they're going to be doing it better because they're the biggest and the best. So potentially we'll be seeing some huge influxes to the Arbitrum ecosystem once people are able to access different types of I don't know, tech that's coming out soon. It's so exciting, really. Oh,
I mean,
it
you
is,
obviously got into Arbitrum. You got the airdrop and everything.
yeah.
Sui, I mean,
Big
we tried,
disappointment.
and then they were like, nah, yeah.
But there's a
It
lot of
was,
exciting stuff being built on Sui, and I'm hoping we're going to meet some Sui people when we go to Block Chance conference. We're going to Hamburg
yeah.
for 5 days and party hard, meet the Germans, meet all the amazing people and fun things. Because I'm telling you, like, oh, this is going to be our opportunity of a
We're
lifetime.
gonna have some good photos, some good videos and stuff like that. Some good interviews, I think, from that.
Absolutely.
Um, but yeah, so Sui hasn't. I know that the price of Sui has basically halved in the last like few weeks and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. Like I haven't seen much happening in the Sui front sort of thing. I mean, I've been quite out of the space recently. Obviously, we've not had an episode for quite a few weeks now, which is probably my fault.
That's all right.
Uh, but yeah, so I don't know what's the price action on Arbitrum looking like. Is it, you know, like
It is more steady. It is more because it's such an active ecosystem. Like
Yeah.
it isn't. There's the TVL of it is. Oh, I didn't check it. I didn't check it before the stream, but can you quickly check it? How much volume is Arbitrum doing right now?
I am checking. Oh, so Arbitrum's at $1. What was it all? It's all-time high.
It was about like, well, technically $10 at launch, but
Show more. Let's see, it's all-time high according to this is $11.80.
okay. Yeah,
That
but
was
that's
on the
natural to
23rd
happen
of
when
March.
people get billions of dollars of free money for. There's only natural.
Yeah.
And
So
there was a big selling pressure because in the clause of some of the projects that getting they don't get voting rights.
I mean, the $11.80 was at the very
It was a
beginning.
brief second when everyone
It
bought
was,
it
yeah,
early
exactly.
people,
So since then, like it was at $1.50. I see like $1.75. And now obviously everything's dropped. So, but it's still recovering. Like
It is Arbitrum is a very solid project and it will have
on the 15th, it was around 95 cents, and now it's back at $1. So like it's not had in any way the same price action as like Sui has
not
and stuff
financial
like that.
advice, but I have not sold a single bit of Arbitrum, and I am accumulating through different reward systems. Like I have committed some of my Arbitrum to Plutus DAO, which gives basically it's a liquidity hub for. It's not the
I was
Plutus
going to say
card.
it's not the Plutus the card, yeah.
The card. It's a decentralized protocol, and the basically I earn rewards with their own native tokens, voting rights, and I've also set myself up as a as a oh my god as a delegator. So people I will be voting on like the different changes in the ecosystem. Although I don't have that much arbitration compared to some, but like being active and voting. If you see on what happened with Optimism, people that voted, interacted with the different mechanisms, got airdropped hundreds again for being active in the ecosystem. It doesn't mean because the first airdrops happened, that's all the money that. No, there was going to be subsequent more rounds of people using these ecosystems. If you're not, okay, I'm not saying this is guaranteed, but if you're going to be using the Arbitrum over the next few months, this, I want to say guaranteed, but not guaranteed, you are probably going to get rewarded with a potential second round of airdrop. That's what that's my prediction, because if you're looking at all the other things, all the other blockchains that have done similar, they've been like Aptos. They have announced that they're going to be airdropping to all the people that have been using Aptos since launch, and that's going to be a lot of money. So I know.
So I mean, I can see here that Arbitrum is the 36th biggest one, so like that's pretty significant, obviously, for something that was airdropped for free. We've got obviously ApeCoin around there as well. That's at 45. But are there any like airdrop coins that you think are going to do well or that people should be aware of?
For what I spoke last time in the last pod without you, is Layer Zero, the intercommunications protocol that will basically enables you to transfer your assets seamlessly without bridges. Because I don't know, you're gonna have to watch the pod because I'm going to be explaining everything I said in the last pod. There was basically, I don't know if you heard what happened with multi-chain.
I have been out of the loop.
Disappeared, the protocol started malfunctioning, and people were not able to transfer funds from one chain to another. And basically, funds were basically, if you can't get your funds off a chain into a decent or like a centralized or decentralized exchange to get your money off, millions is just wiped, basically worthless, stuck. And so basically, Layer Zero eliminates the points of failure as well as guaranteeing two independent roles that essentially guaranteed that there is no collusion or malicious foul play between a transfer of your assets. So it's something really big, as well as Mantle, OX Mantle is as a new layer 2 protocol that's being launched by BitDAO. I don't know if you've heard of BitDAO. They're pretty big, so they're basically creating a really cool modular blockchain that I've been doing like more professional articles. Most of my stuff has been Twitter threads, but I've been also applying for like side jobs as to write crypto writing things, and they needed something to look more professional. So I've created a Medium article. It would be great if you could follow. I basically read entire white papers which could be like 30 pages long, all the technical jargon, and spit it out into like slightly, let's say, a 10, 5-minute reader of like some of the technical jargon that's really important, but
Yeah.
simplify it for anyone that's interested in these protocols and technologies. At the end of the day, like, I'm fascinated by the technology, but I also want to share why I do think this is a better technology, because a problem with optimistic rollups like Arbitrum, in order to get your funds off there to mainnet, can take a few days because they have to create something called a fraud proof. But with the modular design and multi computational that they've created on OX Mantle, it could take up to 3 to 1 day to get your money off. So in giving that seamless transfer from the layer 2 back to your, like, let's say, mainnet, gives you so much more advantage, because having that accessibility is really important. As well as there's the modularity of it allows you, let's say you want to go from an optimistic rollup mode. Oh, I'm going to change into a ZK proof now because that's what the community wants, and we need to change security and advance it. So the modular design allows you to still have full functionality, but as well, I kind of talk about it as like a three-pronged river. Like, all of them kind of go down to this final channel, but if you need to build a dam in the middle one because you need to generate energy, and that represents revenue making for the protocol, or you put boulders in one lane because it I know this is probably not as that well explained, but like boulders in the river will prevent, let's say, I don't know, there's a boat going down it, and it could be like a malicious boat, and it can't navigate through the terrain. That could be like an upgrade to the thing, but the other streams are still running the protocol while you can do all these upgrades and stuff. So these modular design projects could really give us like an advantage in scalability, usability, and etc. So that's my little run thing. And I am, and they also use something called restaking on engine layer, which I have written an article on, and then I'm going to be launching my article on Mantle very soon.
Man, you just love writing stuff, don't you?
I want jobs, I want money, and I want to break.
I mean, you are a doctor. You're going to be a doctor after all.
Yes, I hope that works out.
I'm just so done with writing stuff now. Now I've not got to write anything anymore. Now I'm done with university.
Yeah, ask me when I write my thesis in a year's time how much maybe I won't be the same. Like,
I mean, I finished my one and it was 49 pages, and that was
how many words?
I think it was something like 9,500.
That's baby. I have to do 50K, mate.
50K. Oh my god. You've got to do 5 times what I did, and I used 45 pages or whatever.
I have to write a book. It is basically a book.
Yeah, I mean, all
big
in
sad.
the
Big sad
becoming a doctor, right?
It's fine. I'll just be
in
like,
a field.
My name's Dr. Copper. Pleasure to meet you. It's just another flirt tactic, basically, just to add to my caliber of guns.
The crypto doctor.
Yeah, Dr. Crypto, as my family call me.
Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to talk about? I don't know. Other than the fact that obviously we're going to the expo, which we're really looking forward to.
Yeah, for sure. Also, the best way probably to do your, like, spend time and trying to learn about the ecosystem if you don't want to spend any money, is just doing test nets and airdrops. We have spoken about it a lot. Maybe we should do like another refresher another episode time. But right now, all the projects that are going to be massive in the next bull run and in the next, basically building the next applications of the future, are happening right now. Like the same that happened the years before the bull run. All these applications that basically didn't exist, there were testnets running. Not necessarily, like, I don't do just testnets for rewards, but I'm interested in, like, let's say, how these programs actually work. Like, do they actually bring anything? And like is there any aspects of gamification or uniqueness? Are they solving a problem? And you'll be able to find these projects out there, and there's something for everyone, really. And I think
with testnet, I used the testnet quite a lot when I was doing my dissertation. And I definitely learned a lot that's the thing. You can learn a lot by just messing around on the testnet, and there's no money at risk. There's nothing at play. You just like are working with the technology and understanding what's going on. And yeah, I agree that things like that, like they're fun, educational, and get people into the space, right? And if you're making money off airdrops as well, like
Oh yeah.
yeah.
And like maybe watch YouTubers, but don't watch the same one forever because I've met
Watch us.
not yeah, well,
Make
yeah,
sure
yeah,
you watch
watch
us
that.
forever.
But I just think that some people chat so much rubbish. I hate it. The propaganda. They literally spurt so much propaganda.
Yeah,
And it's
there's
like
all
then
these YouTubers who have like the same three faces. They put out like 5 videos a day, and they're like, or like, oh my god, Bitcoin's going to zero.
it's
I'm
like
like,
there's such
no, Bitcoin
clickbait.
isn't going to zero. Stop
Yeah,
clickbaiting me.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing. I've literally stopped watching pretty much 90%. I'm just on Twitter, like a few
Wow,
Discords because it's just a lot of YouTubers.
the amount of crap I get on Twitter though right now,
Oh,
obviously they've changed the algorithm. The other day, literally, this was on my front page. I follow purely like crypto stuff on my Twitter,
Hmm.
and on my front page, suggested to me was a video of the person literally dying.
Oh,
I was like, how is that relevant to anything that I'm doing? Literally,
yeah.
yeah. I was like, if a child logs into Twitter, is that stuff coming up for them as well? Like,
Yeah, it's not looking very fun.
yeah,
No,
I
I
don't
haven't
know.
noticed anything bad on my Twitter yet. Oh, I have paid for the verification. I pay £6 a month. I don't but
£6
honestly,
a month.
it gets out so much crap. Ever since I bought that, like I fine-tuned everything that I want to see, I don't want to see, and it's actually pretty good. Like to be honest, like I don't drink, I don't do shitty stuff. So like I'm £6 to me a month is nothing. Like most people spend like
Yeah.
50 quid on a night out on drinks. I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll just have a subscription for £7 a month. And it works out basically the same, probably cheaper.
And that's basically a pint these days in London, isn't it? So
Basically, yeah. Well, there you go.
yeah,
I pay a pint a month. Pretty worth it, really.
yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I just the whole. I mean, obviously, you've got to have. I think there's definitely a gap in the market for like a new sort of type of social media that
Hmm.
actually can let people properly see what they want to see, like tune
Sure.
these things, and
Hmm.
like not just be advertised, because that's the thing. Facebook is dead, basically, right?
Yeah, I don't know who
The
uses Facebook anymore. It's just boomers.
Twitter is just full of, at least for me, it's just full of garbage, full of scammers. There's so many scammers. I'm seeing like these different like shit coins that these people are like
Yeah.
shilling, and it's just like I watched, I can't, his name, crypto, no, uh, Bitcoin crypto lord or something like that. His
Mhm.
name was, and he had this Mon coin. And then, did you hear of the like? Yeah, did you hear of the guy called Mizzy or something like that,
Oh
who
my
went into
God,
people's houses? He
I
was
hate
the most despicable piece of like, I don't know what I don't want to say, but yeah, he was like, oh yeah, no, we're going to release a video with Mizzy, and I'm like, and everyone in the comments was like, no, that's a bad idea. No, that's so stupid. Like everyone hates this guy. And then like an hour later he had to apologize and was like, yeah, I didn't know he stole, like he kidnapped a dog. I'm sorry. And then like I think it went like 95% down, and I was like, I fully
Of course
expected
it
this.
is.
This is a total shit coin.
Yeah. Just
And
don't
he
begrudge
was
until
still
it's
like,
say.
he was coping hard on his Twitter, and everyone was like, oh yeah, no, I'm still here, don't worry. Like it's just like I've seen it hundreds of times before, and it's just it just annoyed me, sort of
It's
thing,
fine. These
because
guys
it
are all
was
going to get
so
done for
blatant.
security fraud, and then we'll be the only YouTubers left because we haven't launched
Uh,
our scam token yet. So because we
Yeah,
have
yeah.
professional accountants and due diligence people on our team. Nothing can go wrong, and we
Exactly.
slowly take over the crypto YouTube space. What can I say? The
King,
goblins are
King,
coming from
King,
within.
King Copper.
King Copper,
King
Emperor
Copper.
Copper. That's what I want to hear. The Emperor, Prince and Emperor. That sounds better.
Yeah, no more doctor.
No,
Just
no,
King.
no. It will be Prince Emperor Doctor. That's the one. Or Prince
Yeah,
Doctor Copper. Well, I want to keep the Doctor, so at least they know I did some work in my life.
Prince Doctor. At least they know that you've slaved away for so many years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, on that note, I
I think that's
guess
probably it. That was just a nice little catch up. You'll see
nice
us
little
all
chat.
together next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
literally.
prediction for next
So we
month.
are
What are we
going.
thinking the prediction for next month? Are we higher or
Oh
lower?
yeah. What than we are now?
Yeah.
I mean, we've just had a crash, right? So I'm gonna say higher, but not by.
Lower! Bring it
You're saying
down!
lower.
Bring the walls down! Tear them down, and so I can make.
And what are we basing that off? Are we basing that off specifically like Bitcoin or
I'm
like the whole
basing
market?
off that there's still more revelations and corruption about to be unrevealed because there's lots of juicy stuff and all these lawsuits happening, and I think maybe we see another bank collapse. I'm also thinking the
Man, you've got
Justin
high hopes.
the
You've got high
Justin
hopes
Sun
here.
stuff and Do Kwon's ledger that was stuffed up his butt. Yeah, because remember Do Kwon was caught with a ledger up his butt, and apparently they
Really?
yeah, they could have potentially all the like there was some legal shits happening, so they want to trace where these accounts came from because they could come from some potentially really high profile people in the world as we know it. So yeah, I just want the corruption to come falling down so I can embezzle myself within the great ravines of crypto and I can be like, it's me all along.
Nice,
JK, JK.
nice.
We fully abide by all laws in all countries and regulations.
Anyway, I have been Chris.
And I have been Emperor Copper Stash.
And we have been Weaving Web 3. Wait,
See
one,
ya.
two, three. It's Weaving Web 3.
Bang, bang, bang,
Yeah.
bang. Way.